and Grace on Afro Vibes Radio.
We have the beautiful,
the amazing,
the radiant,
the talented,
the I am unapologetic,
the Nigerian.
Continue.
The bomb nail, shots the nail.
He is known as the what?
The Oddity.
The one and only. The one and only Oddity.
Why do you go by the Oddity? Are you odd? What is Oddity? What does that mean?
Yeah, you don't get. So, you know, as the bad bitch that I am, right? Basically, let me be serious real quick. Oddity, it means unique, means like special, means like something that's not like anybody else.
You're rare.
That's what that shit. That's what was
You're
going
rare.
on.
That's what you're saying.
Exactly. Wikipedia. That's right. Google. That's exactly. I'm unique in what I do, and I think I preach it for everybody.
Yeah, call her up. No. So we're actually interviewing Grace. So go ahead, call her up.
No, okay. How did you become?
You know. How did I become the Oddity? Oh my goodness. I've always been.
Because I mean, when you come out the womb, you're not saying, hey, mommy, I'm the Oddity. Like, what is that?
I honestly might have said it, honestly. But I
might have said it.
You know, like, I feel like women have been. No, but 2017 was my year. I had been going through a lot of, like, negative friendships issues. A lot of people have been telling me, you know, I do too much. I'm really extra. I crave it. It was very negative. I was having a lot of negative emotions, and I wanted a space. I was in college then. I wanted a space for myself, just to go and be acting a fool. Cause like my room was tired of me. I was feeling very like bothered and clustered. I was feeling tight, and so I met this friend. She's from Venezuela, if I'm not mistaken. And this girl literally just told me. She said, "I feel like I see something in you. You should start posting on Instagram, and I feel like there's something that will be amazing." And literally, that's what happened. I started posting on Instagram, and your girl's been doing this since 2017. It's been a great journey for sure. Your girl's been hanging out in there.
Go ahead.
I said I actually found you through TikTok, so I feel like that really boosted your exposure for sure.
Yeah, I think TikTok and Twitter have actually been the two platforms that
really?
Girl, I went viral like 5 times on Twitter. Like, no jokes. I was at 2,000 followers on Twitter when I posted this random video of me trying on a top. And that video now I think has 6 million views, maybe 5.6 million
Really?
views.
Which one is that?
And it was just some random video of me just wearing shirts. And I was like, oh my goodness, I look so cute in this shirt. I'm a baby. Literally, that was what blew up. And that's what like blew up my entire other platforms. Like on Instagram, I went from like 20K to like 60K. Because of those videos I started posting on Twitter. And then I started going on TikTok. And then I started just reposting what I put on Twitter on TikTok.
Easy money.
And then I just I said, whoa, people like this, and I'll keep putting this out on other platforms too, and the rest has been history.
That's one thing I've noticed.
Twitter
is like
one of my favorite platforms.
Right, different platforms. I'm not really on Twitter too much, to be honest. I don't get it.
Very interesting space.
It is.
Twitter's a very interesting space. It's very. I'm just say that. I feel like I'm really lucky to have escaped the wrath of a lot of Twitter issues. But at the end of the day, like
cancelled. She's cancelled.
She's cancelled. You know,
any little thing.
I could be, you know, you never know.
That's crazy. And that cancel culture, I mean, it could affect anyone. And what do you think, like, as far as what you do and what you put out, do you think you'll ever be considered as something that will be cancel culture?
I don't think anybody who ever is cancelled actually thinks, oh, I might be cancelled today. You know what I mean? Like, it's always been this idea of like, you just live your life. And then one day somebody might just not like what you do.
When you were 5 years old, you winked at a grandma. The West. You are the West.
That's the end. But no, I think what I've been lucky enough to find is that what I put out, a lot of people take that in. Like, I've been so grateful for that. I was very intentional. Nobody can come and tell me they saw me in 2012, 2012. It's a lie, bro. Oh my God. Your eyes will find, you will not see. Because I've always been this way also, and I'm very careful with the opinions I share on social media, because I literally move in silence. A lot of people know me as the Oddity of my social media persona, but like a lot of my life behind the scenes is something that I always will still keep private, because I got family to think of. I have friends. I have all these people that did not ask for Oddity. They asked for Sophie, and then Sophie went ahead to go and create Oddity, and then wants to, come, disturb their lives. But
wait, so I do have a question though. So when did you decide to go bald? And then I know recently you went blonde, and that was a very funny video actually.
Yeah,
but when did you decide to cut your hair, and why?
Okay, so I feel like all my coming of age stories, I've had depression or like some sort of issue I was going through. But that's really what it was. 2018, January 4th at 10:44 p.m.
PST, which one? Exactly.
You know, it was actually PST because it was Louisiana. Is that PST? I don't know what this says. Is that it? Louisiana, Texas.
It's ST.
We're CST. We're Central Standard Time.
Okay, sorry, CST. That's right, CST. That was close. We're about to, mess it up there, but
it's okay. We'll get there.
I was in my dorm room. I just had a falling out with my family, especially my uncle, who was like my dad growing up. And I remember sitting there having to come and crochet one afro on my head. I remember sitting there like, I have family issues. I have friends that are bastards. I have this and that going on. And you think I want to carry wig on my head again to add to all my problems? I was like, nah, I can't do this. And so I took scissors and I just started cutting. I literally cut everything off. And I looked like they beat me. I looked like I went through hell. No, like I saw myself in the mirror and I said, whoa, I don't think this is what we both envisioned that we were going to come out. So like, I remember like all my friends.
I can't even imagine cutting hair.
Oh, you're ugly. Oh, girl. Like, I think what happened after was what even made it better. So, like, once that happened, right, I looked terrible. And I have to
I looked like crap.
I looked like the worst version of myself.
I looked terrible, and I didn't know how to take care of my hair. So, like, I would have friends, like, telling me, oh, don't come into my car if you don't have a hat on. Or, oh, yeah, like, oh, you look ugly this way. You look like a man. Now it's obvious your head is really big. You look like a lollipop, girl.
Yeah,
and it's so crazy how friends are like so terrible.
Quote,
like
quote, those looking back, they're terrible. I'm gonna tell you. Right. If no one tells you, I will tell you.
What is with the space?
I think when I added, so when I added all of that, that's when I realized, like, nah, bro, like, if I can withstand all of that bullshit and I can I can conquer this world. So this head, all of you say is ugly. I mean, wear that shit with pride, bro. My shoulder would be high, and I think that's what changed everything. 2018 was my year. I was like, I'm gonna start taking care of my hair now. I'm gonna go all the way bald. Like, actually, it was scalp bald, and even this one is because a friend of mine wanted me to model for her. That's why I grew it out for the 2 weeks to get the dye, and it's going right back off next week. I'm tired. I don't. Hair for me is like my head is now my crown. My hair isn't anymore, which is very interesting. Wow. So like now it's like when I have hair, it feels like I'm hiding myself. And so without hair, it feels like that's.
So you feel like you're fully exposed when you don't have any hair, you know?
What else are you hiding? My ears are out there.
But you know what's crazy is that you decide to do this in an age where a lot of people are now doing wigs. A lot of people are kind of like, weaves have been a thing, but wigs are like such a big thing now. And you've gone
chop is over.
Right. And like now you're in the opposite direction. That's wild.
I feel, funny enough, I think there's a revolution happening right now for bald women. Like, I feel like that's something that, maybe it's because I'm in the circle, that's why I see it. But like, I know a lot of people now who are cutting their hair. I've heard a lot of DMs saying they really wanted to. They're like, it's very liberating, especially in this COVID-19 2020. A lot of people are in their houses feeling like they look like crap because they don't have to do their hair.
Oh my
God. Like, just cut it. And they're like, oh,
but to be honest, to be the other person, because I know a lot of women are listening to our show, like, you have a very nice head shape, even though those idiots were saying the opposite. But but listen, as far as like it being like more round, right? Yeah. So people like me who have like more of a oval shaped head, you know, like if I were to go bald, I wouldn't look like you. Like I'm telling you right now.
I've never seen a bald woman look bad. I shit you know, I'm not joking. I've never seen a bald woman look bad. Every woman who's gone bald has always said, "Oh my God, I'll look horrible with my head that way." I'm serious.
Like
the confidence that you get, even if your head is ugly, the way you carry that haircut,
even if your head is ugly,
like because I was second guessing, like, whoa, her head is weird, but whoa, she's a baby. You know what I mean? Like every woman, like I've never seen a bald haircut that wasn't good. I'm also, let me just tell you, I'm one of the advocates for going bald. So like I'm terrible. I'll be like, yes, girl, you're gonna look great. Just do it. And
wait, what did your Yeah, but what did your parents say about it? Like, what did your mom say?
Everything.
Yeah, my mother fine.
She said, so you see, this head is not growing yet. Oh God. Are you sure? I said, Mommy, I'm not growing it back. You won't find us bundle.
That's that's what I was looking for. Not finding a husband.
These men who wanted, I tell her, Mommy, they will be all right. because I'm not growing this thing. She does not like it because my mom gave birth to two kids, myself and my brother, and we're 10 years apart. And she was really happy she has a boy and a girl. So for her, the fact that her girl now is a boy because she has no hair, and my brother has more hair than I am, like from her traditional, like just from background and stuff, she's just like, you can't be doing that. You know, I want the grandbabies. I need to do this. I'm like, mommy, my hair was.
But wait, you're the oldest? Are you the oldest? Or is your brother?
Oh, I'm the youngest. I am the youngest
10 years older.
Overall. If you add the step siblings together, I'm the youngest of 13 or 14 kids. So like when you add all our step siblings, the entire family, you know, Daddy was a Rolling Stone. We had all of us together. Daddy
was 14, a Rolling Stone.
Was he Yoruba?
That's what I was about to ask. What are you? What's your tribe?
Yoruba. Yes, he was Yoruba. So from Osun State.
Hey, Osun.
So you're Igbo.
Long live the king, you know.
Oh,
King.
LMAO, she says.
Do you believe that Black is King is demonic? Go.
Wait, what?
That's a theme. That's a
people
running
think, people think that it's demonic?
Oh, girl, they think it's worse than demonic. The story people are saying about Black is King, my dear, people are just they're looking for something to come. I don't know.
Wait, Beyonce
thought it would just blow up, right?
I thought it was well received.
It was trending for like a day or two.
It was actually trending a lot, especially from Nigeria Twitter. Girl, these people were not happy.
But like as a negative thing, but not as a positive.
Wait, so why did they?
No, as a positive thing.
Why did they take it negatively?
So apparently they said they're saying African spirituality is being sensationalized, and that we're making it seem like all these Oshun spirits and everything are the way, when Christianity is what God has put us through, and now we're Kinikon, and so Jesus is the way, and Beyonce is bringing African. And I said, a lot of people must be mad because that woman is going there to Nigeria, all these places, to go and be putting the arrow on her head, and she's going to dance and wear blue on her body. You're coming to tell me that's the message you take? That's the message you take?
Yeah,
mind your business. No, there were like videos on it on YouTube.
Antelope, the like horns. They were like, that horn is.
Nigerians are very superstitious people. Oh, yeah. Very superstitious people, and that's the thing. Like they think
that Christianity will liberate them from that. It's something to be proud of. In fact, if you can see ghosts, other people will feel sickness and they will think it's physical. But we will see the
spirituality of it.
My problem was even that people are forgetting that African spirituality is all of what our ancestors knew. That's our culture. It's not
even ancestors. Like my grandpa was like the village seer. Like
that's why you're people, like this. It's okay. That's why you can see more.
You can be seeing the future.
Yes.
But like, because you've entered the Western world now, you're like, oh, that's not of us. My sister, the Bible that you're reading is not of you. Like, it's of you because you're choosing to read it.
Yeah, you choose to believe what you want to believe.
So like, don't downgrade our customs because they're not Western. Because that's the thinking that's entered your brain now. Oh, all these Ifa people, they're devils. Oh, really? Because what's the blessing they are doing is different from the blessing your pastor is doing when someone is falling down sick, or when a mom is. It's like we need to learn how to carry our own selves with our chest as Africans.
So we actually have to take a break. We need to continue this conversation. She always hates this part. We will be back in about a couple of minutes. We want to continue talking to the Oddity. This is The Gist with Issa and Grace on Afro Vibes Radio.
Your favorite radio station. This is Afro Vibes Radio Houston.
Hey, we are back. This is The Gist with Issa and Grace.
Hello, how are you?
You say on Afro Vibes Radio.
Afro Vibes Radio, you already know the vibes. It's natural.
We are here with Miss, I was going to call you Miss Oddity, but I guess you go by The Oddity. It
don't matter, Miss, the Supreme, King, Queen.
Wow.
Okay.
So you're Miss and not Mrs.
Flex on them real quick.
You're Miss and not Mrs.
That's right.
Are you single?
That's right. I don't have a ring.
Oh, okay.
I'm not single.
Oh.
But I've been trying. Maybe this would be the hint to my partner to go and give me the ring.
Let him show.
Maybe if you're watching this,
share this video. Share this video with him and your followers. Definitely.
Yeah. Single the ring. Exactly.
You really are channeling this Beyonce vibe today, huh?
Today, right? She's excited.
Okay, so let's jump into it. So both of you guys, Grace and the Oddity, are really big TikTokers and social media influencers.
No, there's level. Grace is here.
Grace is up here, just like her afro. is up here. So everyone,
Yeah,
everyone
when you look at
The height of our head.
here and you are here, you understand? I am there. I'm in the ground, 6 feet under.
you know that people who are radio cannot see what you're doing, so they just hear these.
Exactly. She's just like, bro.
So one thing I know a lot of our listeners are interested in is how you guys kind of got your start, and what is some advice you can give to especially African girls who are trying to make their name in social media. So you any one of you. Actually, you wait. You're not the guest. Okay. Go ahead, Oddity. Tell us what is some things you would say to our listeners, and how did you get started?
Stop trying to be an influencer. Stop trying to be big. Stop trying to be doing the most, because that's not what people want. And I tell this to everybody, whoever comes to ask me, they're like, oh my God, Sophie, I really want to have 1,000 followers. Why? Right. Why? Why do you want to have these followers? What are you giving to these people that they should want to take? What I always tell people is, if you have a passion for something, I changed. So I was very focused. My English was straight now. Sorry, I got excited. I got very
lenient. It's okay, be yourself.
But
it's okay. You're African.
I just was like, I was just like,
you're like full on American. I was like, oh wow.
Full on. Let me explain the things. God.
No, people are taking notes. Don't worry.
Right. But basically, I tell people this all the time. Like, what if you have a passion for something, do that, and your followers will come. People will come to support you if it's genuinely what you want. Because the thing that happens to a lot of people is you don't know where you're starting from, so you lose your way at the end of the day. You can fake, I want to be a fashion influencer, but you don't used to buy clothes. We want to be borrowing clothes up and down to be wearing for fashion, but if you don't have a fashion sense, you're not going to succeed.
Right.
But if you're a thrifter and that's what you enjoy, just randomly. That's how I started. I didn't start by saying, oh, I want to be a content creator. I want to do this. I want to do that. I knew what my content was, and I was hoping, because I was spreading that joy, spreading that interest with people, they will see that and flock to me, and that's what happens. So I always tell people, wait for your flock to come. Right. Do what makes you happy. Do what you enjoy. Like Grace, I think that's what Grace does, right? Like, she's always on the internet, cracking us jokes. Look like a ghost. Being the body that she is.
Stop, man.
Being the body that she is.
Stop,
and then people, she didn't expect to blow up. She was just like, let me just post random videos. And then see her blowing up. People are like, oh my God, how do you do it? This was just doing her.
No, and that's true. That's true. Because I remember, and I was telling you this earlier, like, I remember way back when we started this last year, like, you were a model, and I was a model too. And I was remembering that, when you were talking about, like, with Phil, you're talking about you trying to be in a comedy here, and you were talking about, your confidence and how you really want to figure things out first. And now to see you, months later, I'm like such a proud friend, because I just remember even from that, how much you've grown, and how much your confidence is up. And it's just cool to see people reach that, their destiny, and put that passion in, and then get people that are responsive. So what are some things besides what Oddity has said?
Well, so yeah, same thing. I actually used to make comedy years ago. I started out in U of H. I used to post it. But the thing is, one thing you'll notice is your friends and family, they don't see you for, like, as a big star. Yeah. They see you as, like you said, Sophie, like Grace. They'll see me as Grace. So when I started making videos, I still had like 1,000 followers. And then at one point I started modeling, because I wanted to get into modeling. I wanted to see what it was about after depression. Hey, breakup, gang.
There you go.
You need to break up with somebody. You need your closest friend to say you suck and you will never be anything in life.
Dude, I have had that. Why do you think I have a nonprofit called the Mental Health Hub? You don't think that there's everybody has gone through their thing. Listen,
I want somebody to tell me I'm the worst.
No, but that's the thing. All us queens, it's kind of like a phoenix rising from ashes, right? We've all been kind of at that low point, and we've had to have our inner energy, our inner beauty come out.
Why are you floating in the sky? I was about why she's floating. But I also want to always make sure people understand that you also don't have to come through struggle. So a lot of women now say, okay, let me go and by force find problem so that I can have a success story.
Oh,
your
yeah,
success story your success story can also be you just working hard to get what you are getting. Right. Like, our stories came from low places, but there's some incredible stories that also came from really high places, and it just happened to them. Right. So let's also remember all these people watching, oh, okay, Sophie said heartbreak, let me go and find a toxic man. And because I've heard people do this, and I'm like,
that's crazy.
Really? Oh yeah, girl, my DMs are a lot. There's a lot going on with people. And that's why I really enjoy.
People get lost in that too.
People get lost. People
do get lost with social media in general. Like, people are just trying desperately to get that that validation from people and strangers, you know, and so they'll become someone they're not just to embody some kind of persona that hopefully will draw people to them. And it's like, if you're just more authentic and wait for your time, I think that would be more rewarding in general.
Yeah, it would be. I don't think people understand that. I think that's the one thing I always share with my listeners. Like, I'm not, you see me, I came on camera, no makeup, nothing. I was like,
but those eyebrows look great. Listen, those eyebrows look great.
She said, I'll show you something real quick.
It's called hereditary. and my head of nail salon is, you know, they're
oh my gosh.
Microgenetics.
So in the few minutes we have left, do you want to ask something?
Well, really quickly, so I was looking at the power of like influencers and marketing. This is like the next level. So after you built your following,
your grade A, number one, up here with Grace level.
Please, I don't make any money. So I've heard of a lot of people have reached out to me being like, they are just messing up with Black influencers. They don't pay them like
TikTok
influencers. TikTok, Instagram,
just in general.
everything, just in general. And so, for example, like I made that video with Pretty Little Thing, hit 1 million views overnight. They said, okay, we'll send you 3 more clothes. Shut your mouth, why would you send me 3 clothes?
No.
5 million views?
Right.
Are you crazy?
Need money.
What do I look like?
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They should be giving you cash.
Grace also knows that I already yelled at her on the phone a couple of nights ago because I was like, ma'am, you should be making money in this. Because let me tell you something. I think the problem with influencers, especially Black influencers, we've not been taught to quantify our worth. You know what I mean? We've not been taught to say, for me to sit through 3 hours to take a photo, for you to take a photo of me, that my time is worth $300. We've not been taught to say that. We don't even know what that means. And because you don't think you're working for what you're doing, you don't know how to quantify that.
I was enjoying myself so much. I was like, this
so much that you don't think about. You're like, why would I get paid? It's like, it's me. I don't want to lose myself. It's not a job. See, I was me too on a wave. But I started making money when I hit 2,000 followers. And it was small as $150 here and there or $300 here and there. And now I have months where I make like $40,000, or I make like, right now I'm going on a year where I'm probably, hopefully, knock on wood, and everything goes good, I might make close to 100K this year.
Nice. We receive it, Jesus. You
right. So you do this full time.
This is not even full time for me.
It's not full time. So you have a regular job too?
Like, I'm trying to get a regular job. Yeah. So like right now it's semi full time, but like I also like work on the side. I have an NGO that I own, all this other stuff. So I don't even want influencer full time. Yeah. So I don't want to be an influencer full time, but what I know is I had to learn really quickly that as a Black person, your audience is even a lot more engaged than your counterpart, no matter what it is, because you have a specific niche. You have people who are waiting for, Grace, what do you use for your hair? Oh, I use MB.
Oh my goodness.
Be sold out in minutes. That's it. That's your power. You know what I mean? And so like we need to learn. And I didn't even know that. Like I remember my first huge paid gig was with the Home Depot, and Home Depot was very white. I'm not gonna lie. When you hear of Home Depot, you don't think bald Sophie from Nigeria who's working with them. I don't think they were looking for me. And I remember quoting, "Oh, you're gonna pay me $7,500." And they said, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Oh, just for 2 photos on Instagram." They said, "Yeah, that's fine." I said, "Oh." And then my white counterpart, who was also an influencer, was getting paid $5,000 because that's what he asked for. And so I wasn't even there like, so now I know my worth. Oh, y'all not ready. So now brands, I tell this all the time, like if your hand isn't shaking when you're sending that email to a brand to work with you, you're not doing something right.
Right.
That's a cool thing.
Because you're not. If you're not shaking,
no, it's true because we're taught to think that, oh, you know, we don't deserve it, or oh my God, this, you know, Home Depot is like reaching out to us and this is crazy. You know, it's like, no,
imagine the amount of money
they are
make
on you. That's what I'm saying. The amount of money.
You're not gonna look at a newspaper and be like, oh,
buy this. But then if you're like, exactly, but if you're branding it.
They also know you don't know how to quantify what you're worth.
Right.
And I think that's what a lot of influencers don't even know, right? Because there's a difference between being an influencer and a content creator. Let me explain what that means. And I tell people this all the time. An influencer is someone who creates stuff for her enjoyment. She just lives, or he or she just lives, exists, and people flock to them because they love their personality, they love who they are. Content creators, on the other end, are people who came into this saying, I'm a videographer. I want to be shooting and create videos, and then you're going to be interested in, oh, I'm going to model for you.
Right.
Oh,
so it's less authentic normally.
Yes, most times it's often their gifts, but like it's not as like natural as someone like, oh, I just want to sit on the couch and I'm going to tell you guys how I enjoyed my day.
Yeah,
that's someone that you just follow them, right?
Right.
So with influencers that way, they don't oftentimes get paid because they're having fun. You know what I mean? Like you're just chilling, you just do your own thing. content creators know that they take 3 hours to edit that video. So they know how much they want to make. And if they don't, that's why they know makeup, they know this, so they know how to quantify that. So I always tell influencers now, like, if you're saying you're in the influencer game and you're not creating content like intentionally, then you need to bust up. You need to, because then influencers are actually worth a lot more than content creators, because people will flock more to that like genuine excitement, natural thing. So it takes some time for sure. And I've had friends who, like, I was still struggling with that like for years. Like, oh, I don't know how to act. And my friend Sweet Like Owen, let me shout her out right now. She's an incredible pitch. She's like a boss babe of pitching. That girl's emails to brands be like, she'd be doing my chest like, no, you're gonna pay me. Sweet Like Owen, that's her name, at Sweet Like Owen on Instagram. And she is incredible. She's that one friend who pushes me every day, like, sis, oh, Fashion Nova reached out. Oh, tell them they should pay you $1 million. I was like, whoa, calm down, bro. She's like, no, just tell them that. They'll come down, but you can go right back.
Negotiate, and just like with any business deal, you're gonna negotiate. You know what I mean?
But
so
like, we're not being taught that. If you don't have a full-time job, you're not taught how to negotiate. You're not taught how to you're not taught how to.
It's true, and a lot of us are young. You know what I mean? Like a lot of influencers are like teens, adolescents, young adults. Maybe some people are 3 or 4 years out of college. Maybe. You know, so it's one of those things that's hard to pick up.
But this is open to everyone. Like, if you ever really like need some help with pitching or talking about brands or whatever, let me know. Come hit me up, the Oddity. Like, ask me the question. I'm gonna tell you no or yes. But I'll promise to respond and let you know. Like, girl, you better ask them for more. Because I would tell you, like,
tell me.
Oh my God, this has been a great interview. Thank you so much. I think that this has been very, very informative. We love, like, our whole platform is to empower and expose Black I can't even go forward. Black baddies. And so it's really awesome that we were able to get you on and talk to you and get our listeners to be more informed as well, because a lot of them are influencers themselves. So thank you so much. And we'll be reaching out. Definitely share this on your platform as well.
I definitely will. I'm excited.
This is the Oddity. And what is one last thing you would like to tell our listeners?
Oh, y'all, I'm the self-love queen. So just where am I? Sorry, but I'm the self-love queen, and because I was like choking on myself. I was like, wait a minute.
I was like, you are not drinking any water. I don't know why you're choking.
What's going on? But I just want to say I'm the self-love queen, so I really want you to know. I hope tomorrow morning you look at the mirror and you tell yourself you're beautiful, no matter who you are, because you deserve the affirmation. You deserve everything that comes to you. Enjoy it. Love yourself always. That's me, Sunny.
Thank you
such a cutie.
Hey, thank you so much. This has been awesome. We're so excited to have you.
Oh my God, me too.
Finally, do you know how many times I've been trying to get this girl on this?
Yo, like, it's been long. We tried.
God has made it that it has happened today. It's okay. Not today.
What's spoken into existence?
Oh God. Okay, this is the Gist with Issa and Grace. Thank you guys for tuning in, and have an awesome Sunday. We'll see you again next Sunday at 4 p.m. Thank you guys. Bye. You wanna get us out? Some Beyonce song. Go ahead.
This is my confessions.
That's Usher, isn't it?
I was about to say, this is another rendition. All right, thank you guys. We will see you guys. Bye.
It's good.
Oh my God.